this is Jericho with inked.agenda. I'm back with another video for today. I've got a couple of new items that I wanted to show off on my channel. First is this beautiful leather journal cover. I got this cover from a shop on Etsy called Smart Leather Goods. They're a shop based in Ukraine and they make all handmade leather goods. I ordered it June 9th and it got here on June 29th. I ordered it in the A5 size in the cognac color, and I also ordered it with this custom engraving, which was offered for free. Let me zoom you in just a little bit more. So it's this beautiful, like light brown color. It's got a snap closure. Again, this is A5 size. This is the front. The embossing is here. It's got a little bit of shadowing behind it, just where the embossing maybe warmed up the leather a little bit. I did message the seller about it, and she said that that is a normal occurrence and that it should fade with time as the leather is worn and patinaed. That's the front. And then here's the back, the snap closure. You can see all these hand stitched details here. And the snap itself seems pretty sturdy. There's not a lot of pulling when you unsnap it. When you open it up, on the inside cover, you've got a card slot here, and then another here, which is kind of like a longer pocket. This fits my Coffee Monsters Co. brass ruler perfectly. And I've got my Hobonichi Han in here. It was just a little bit difficult to slide in, but I mean, you want a tight fit on your journal cover. I want my journal secure. And then here's the back. It's got that nice slot for your page to go into. It does come with a pen loop. You can order them without a pen loop. You can order them without a clasp. You can order them in all kinds of different sizes and different colors. But yeah, I am really pleased with this purchase. This is going to just patina beautifully over time. I'm going to sit this off to the side so I can show you my other new fun thing. Today is a new pen day. I've wanted to try a retractable fountain pen like the Pilot Vanishing Point or the Pilot Decimo, but I was always scared to shell out that much money without kind of having an idea of what the experience is going to be like. I'm a public school teacher, so my budget is tight, and I know if I spend that much money on a pen, I want to know for sure it's going to be something that I'm going to enjoy. So I got this Jinhao 10 off of AliExpress. I ordered it with no box because, I don't really need a box. It comes with this plastic area that is protecting like your clicking mechanism. So I'm going to uncap that. It's got a nice weight to it. It is a metal pen. So it's very hefty. It's a lot sturdier than I expected it to feel. And when you unscrew it, you've got your nib mechanism. I ordered this in a fine nib, and this is the matte black color. And it does come with a converter as well. This is like the Pilot Con 40 converter, which I hear is kind of garbage, but we're gonna make it work today. I've also heard that these will fit Pilot cartridges pretty well, and I have a ton of those. I like to use those for work. So if the converter isn't my favorite, I'll give a Pilot cartridge a try. And it's got this little notch that you just slide in there to make sure your converter and your nib mechanism are where they need to be. You screw it back on. You can see the little trap door in there when you look closely. You probably can't see it on camera though, but it's got a little trap door in there, and your nib just pops right out of there. The nib, it's a really small nib, which I'm okay with. If this works out well, it's probably going to be a work pen that I stick with my work planner and keep in there. Because at work I like to use more professional colors like black and blue. Yeah, that's my Jinhao 10. I'm going to go ahead and ink it up for you. And I decided that I'm going to go with just a basic black. This is, hold on, let me grab a paper towel. This is Backpack Ink Reykjavik Black. It came with my Esterbrook niblet. I ordered the evergreen niblet from Penrome, and that came free with my order. Okay, let's just give her a dunk and see what happens. Twisting my converter so I can pull that ink up in there. I'm going to assume it's got ink in it. I don't want to take it out just to be sure. I'm going to put the cap back on this. I do not like these bottles. So if you order from Penrome and you get a backpack ink, just beware that the cap is not the best thing on the planet. Don't know about the ink yet. I haven't used it in anything just because I haven't really had use for a black right now. It's summer break. I'm not at work. So I've been using all my really fun inks. I'm going to clean that off just a little bit more. I've also heard these pens are notorious for dry out. So I think I'm going to go ahead and try the little hack that I've seen online. I believe it was Vanessa Langdon that first did this. I've got some silicone grease that I have from ordering Twisby. I'm just going to dab this on a Q-tip. And I'm going to kind of stick this in here and rub it right around that trap door. She used one of the little Q-tips that had like the point on it. Like the little pointy Q-tip. I don't have any of those. So I'm just going to try a regular toothpick and we're going to see how it goes. This pen cost me like $8 on AliExpress. So I'm not too scared of messing it up or anything. But if I can get it to work well, I'm really excited to try it. Alright, so I've got it inked up. And I'm going to pull out my planner. I'm using a Hobonichi Holland. And this is July, so I've got tons of room in here of just free space to use. So I'm going to flip to a week that I'm not going to be using. See, there's my kids' school supply list. I'm just kind of jotting random things in here. So we're going to get a writing sample. All right, so this is the Jinhao 10 in a fine nib. And I have that in the matte black colorway. And I've got Backpack Ink Reykjavik black in there. So far, I really like this writing experience. It feels nice and sturdy in my hand, but it's not overly heavy. The clip's not getting in my way. I kind of like the clip placement, actually. The clip is helping me grip my pen a little bit better. I have a really weird grip, so I've been practicing gripping my pen like a normal person, not like a Not like a weirdo. Oh, this is nice. I really like this pen. And it looks so sleek and professional in the matte black. I think we've got a winner here. I'll come back in a few days and I'll give you my impressions on like the dry out, which is the main concern. Hey everyone, I'm back with an update on the Jinhao 10. It's been a few days since I got it. Well, several days actually. And I've been playing around with it quite a bit. So first, a little story time. Right after I filmed the first parts of this video, this pen took a tumble and it landed here on the retracting end, and I think I messed up the nib. So I had to go on Amazon and I had to buy a new nib unit for it. They come in this little package. It's got a nib and a converter in there, and I got a fine and an extra fine. This one is the fine. There you can see the little nib. It's got the converter. I went ahead and put the extra fine in it instead of going with the fine because the ink that I was using was really wet and the nib was really juicy, and it was a bit much. I'll show you some of the scribbles that I wrote down while I've been testing this pen, and I'll also show you where I could tell that the nib was messed up. So here's some of my scribbles. That was the first time I wrote with it, and then this was after I dropped it. And then I got the new nib units. I had the Reykjavik black in it from Backpack Ink. When I switched to the extra fine, the black wasn't very black. It was more of a gray, and I really didn't like that. It's not that I don't like gray, I just didn't want a gray for this at the moment. So I went ahead, at the same time I had ordered the nib units, I also ordered some of these cartridge and metal cartridge cap protectors. It came in a pack of 3 at Amazon, so you get 3 of the little cartridge protectors and then 3 of the cartridges. These are almost exactly the same size as Pilot cartridges, so if you've got Pilot cartridges, those will fit in here just fine. And I'll show you the inside mechanism. So here's my nib unit, and this is my metal cartridge cap protector. The clicking mechanism, I've heard, can damage these really cheap plastic cartridges. So if you have that protector on there, it just ensures that your cartridge isn't going to explode and get ink all over the inside of your pen. And then when I switched to the cartridge, I also took a toothpick with a little bit of silicone grease and I put it on the inside right around the trap door. Let me find my writing samples. So I checked in with it yesterday, and here's some of the writing. I really like the black of that cartridge. I wanted like a solid, strong black, not a gray. Excuse me. So I'm going to check in one more time with it and give you a quick writing sample. And we'll see. I haven't touched it since yesterday, a little afternoon. So I'm gonna see how it's writing. Hopefully it hasn't dried out. Fingers crossed. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Jinhao 10. And this is the matte black. And right now I have the extra fine nib. These nibs are pretty juicy. That looks like a fine, not an extra fine. So if you go to buy this, just know that they're going to write a bit thicker than what you would expect. I really like this writing experience. The clip right here isn't giving me any problems. I actually quite enjoy it. This is going to be a really good work pen for me. So, overall verdict on the Jinhao 10. I really like it. I got it off of AliExpress for like $8 and something with free shipping. You can find these on Amazon for around 20. If you're wanting to try a retractable pen and you're not sure if you want to invest, a couple $100s on a Pilot Vanishing Point, this is a really good starting point. Just know that, the quality control on some of these Jinhaos isn't the best, and you may not get as good of an experience as I'm getting. And then if you experience dry out that a lot of people complain about, try that silicone grease along the trap door in there. And I think you'll have yourself a pretty good, solid pen. This is a good weighty pen, feels good in my hand. Overall, I have zero complaints. I really, really like this pen. It looks sophisticated and professional. The clip is, really solid. So yeah, I like it. I think it would be well worth $20 if you didn't want to wait and find it on sale on AliExpress. I definitely recommend giving this Jinhao 10 a try. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.